Warning: spoilers are ahead. As the player explores Hallownest, they learn the kingdom was founded by the Pale King, a great and powerful worm who metamorphosed into a being of incredible knowledge and power. In his founding and building of the kingdom of Hallownest, he caused the Moth tribe to forsake their god of light, the Moth god known as the Radiance. There are whole channels developed to the lore of this game, and what follows is more of my own interpretations of the lore and the themes, but there is a lot to unpackage here. Beings of great power in this world tend to be bugs or creatures that experience metamorphosis. The Pale King, the White Lady, the Radiance are all implied to have at least two stages of existence. To molt one's old self is to transcend to a higher power in this world, and the bugs that have achieved this reign over those who cannot. The Pale King sought to rule through benevolence, but in his hubris, he angered the Radiance. As her followers waned, she began to use her power to invade the minds of Hallownest citizens. They would wake as mindless shells of violent nature. As the blight spread, the Pale King took more and more extreme measures to combat the Radiance's awful power. He was not alone in his resistance against the nightmares. Several factions chose to fight the madness through various means, but he was the most successful. His method would not come without great sacrifice, and would ultimately fail. In disgrace, he left his kingdom and eventually perished. His glory faded. But from the ashes of his failure, several fruits were born. His original plan of combining the ancient power in the dark with his own light to seal the Radiance in a dream it could not escape bought decades of time. The Hollow Knight and the three dreamers were sacrificed to seal the Radiance in the Black Egg. But the Hollow Knight was not completely hollow, so the Radiance eventually poured forth once again. Two more children survived this desperate hour: the Knight, which is the player's character, and Hornet. Where the king raised the Hollow Knight in the palace, our knight was cast into the darkness and forgotten. Hornet, a bridge in between the two, was born of a dalliance between the Pale King and the Queen of Spiders. She also resists the unending dream. A reunion of the children of the king is what is needed to drive back the darkness permanently.